Hello, hello! Pete's Packs here, and we're back with another series of pre-release packs. These are from Core 2021. I'm going to be doing all four of these like I did the last series. So we're going to pick a first one, which is this one. Put these other four off to the side. We'll do those in subsequent videos. Let's get started. This is our first one. Now, I got these back around the pre-release for Core 2021. I didn't actually attend a pre-release for 2021 because that was in the midst of the pandemic, if I remember correctly. So, I ended up going into this blind. Although I did do some Core 2021 on Arena, if I remember correctly. So let's see what we get and see what we can build. Alright, so we get a green die. Add that to our collection. Okay. Little timeline about Teferi. And a quick primer on how to build a pre-release deck. Our promo is 9 lives. Hexproof, if a source would deal damage to you, prevent that damage and put an incarnation counter on it. When you have 9 or more, exile it. When it leaves the battlefield, you lose the game. We have a pre-release code, little divider, 9 lives off to the side, and we have 6 boosters. I will try not to forget a booster this time. Let's put our 9 lives over here. I don't know if we'll end up playing 9 lives. Seems to be a bit of a liability, but from what I remember, it was very powerful. Now, 9 lives does play very well with the card Solemnity, which is obviously not in this set, but is a combo that's occasionally played in Modern. Alright, so our first pack. Let's see what we get. Alright. We have a treasure token. Island. Hey, we get a foil, Pursued Whale. Now, I remember Pursued Whale was pretty good. So, let's see. For 7 mana, you get an 8/8. When it enters the battlefield, each opponent creates a 1/1 red pirate creature token with this creature cannot block. And creatures you control attack each combat if able. Spells your opponents cast a target Pursued Whale costs 3 more to cast. And we get Sari's Lieutenant. Or Basri's Lieutenant, sorry. 3 and a white for 3/4 Human Knight, Vigilance, Protection from Multicolored. When it enters the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. Whenever it or another creature you control dies, if it had a +1/+1 counter on it, create a 2/2 white knight creature token with Vigilance. So, counters matter strategy. Fungal Rebirth. Okay, I'm not going to read off every card. And a kind of a regrowth for permanents that makes tokens. Tormund's Crypt. One of the best pieces of Graveyard Hate ever printed. Burlfist Oak, which is a creature that grows. Teferi's Protege. Grasp of Darkness, premium removal in black. Return to Nature. Move these over. I don't know if there were many multicolored cards in this set. Chandra's Magmut. Nice little hanging creature. Cetessan Training, very strong enchantment. That replaces itself and gives something +1/+0 and kills it. Village Rites. Nice little draw spell. Keen Glide Master. Pass around flying. Staunch Shieldmate, 1/3 for 1. Genius, or Igneous Cur. It's a creature with fire breathing. Well, not actually fire breathing, it's +2/+0. Alright, second pack. I'm pretty sure these packs were made in Japan, just because... Oh, no, these are US packs. I wonder why they're backwards. Blossoming Sands, very nice. Garruk Unleashed, very nice. Planeswalker and Sealed is always very strong. 2 green, or 4 loyalty walker, +1, up to 1 target creature gets +3/+3, and trample until end of turn. -2, create a beast. Then, an opponent controls more creatures, put a loyalty counter on Garruk. Wow, okay. And -7, you get an emblem at the beginning of your end step. You may search your library for a creature, put it on the battlefield, and shuffle. Wow! Maybe playing green. Tempered Veteran, passes around counters. That's strong. Chrome Replicator. There's a battlefield if you control 2 or more non-land, non-token permanents with the same name as another. Create a 4/4. That's neat. Bolt Hound. I remember that was strong. Sky Scanner, always good. Goblin Arsonist. Nice. Browsing Reed. Let's see. Loots when it comes in. It's basically divination that makes something better. That's nice. Radiant Fountain. That is a popper all-star. Run Afoul. That's actually used to deal with Marriott Lage and Legacy for green. Ornery Dilophosaur? Something like that. Oh, that's a good one. Walking Corpse, Vanilla 2/2 for 2. Thrill of Possibility. That does. Valorous Steed. Makes a knight when it comes in, and cancel. Alright, pack 3. Probably going green with what we've got already. Look like green, white, or Mazemind Tome. Very nice. That's a very strong card. Experimental Overload. That was also really good. Oh, that's multicolored. Dire Fleet Warmonger. Beginning of combat, you may sacrifice another creature. If you do, it gets +2/+2 and trample until end of turn. That's pretty good. Teferi's Tutelage. That is very good. Also, really strange frame. I don't remember that frame. When it enters the battlefield, draw a card, then discard a card. Whenever you draw a card, target opponent mills 2. That is very strong. Rookie Mistake. Combat Trick. Daybreak Charger. 3/1 that passes off a buff when it comes in. Goblin Arsonist, number 2. Short Sword, all around good equipment. Finishing Blow. Strong piece of removal. Fetid Imp. Second Cetacean Training. Staunch Shieldmate, number 2. Igneous Cur, number 2, and an Opt. Just from where we're at right now, I'm favoring blue-green for this. Alright, pack 4. Got a cat token. Tranquil Cove. Conspicuous Snoop. Very nice. That's one of the really good cards in the set. Not necessarily for Sealed, but very good in Modern and even Legacy. Pestilent Haze. Waker of Waves. Nice. Very big blue creature that can also be used to filter stuff. I believe that gets played in Living End these days. Rattle Shaman, Sky Scanner, Another Goblin Arsonist. Let's see, that's at least our third. 1, 2, yeah, we have 3 of those already. Rousing Reed, number 2. Radiant Fountain, number 2. Run Afoul, number 2. Colossal Dreadmaw, very nice. Gloom Sower. Wow, that's a big one. Read the Tides. Okay. Defiant Strike and Destructive Tampering. I'm really liking the idea of playing blue-green with this. Partially because of that Teferi's tutelage, but also there's just so many things to go with it, and we've got 2 really big bombs in blue, and then Garrick in green. It's very nice. Got a bird token, forest, Caverick the Spiteful. Other creatures get -1/-1. Very nice. Furious Rise. Beginning of your end step, if you control a creature with power 4 or greater, exile the top of your library. You may play that card until you exile another card with Furious Rise. Okay. Arcfiend's Vessel. Cast it from graveyard, exile it. That's pretty cool. Malefic Scythe. Whenever a quick creature dies, but a soul... Wow. That's crazy good. It's an equipment that grows. Forgotten Sentinel. Mind Rot, very strong. Rookie Mistake, number 2. Daybreak Charger, number 2. Our 4th Goblin Arsonist. Track Down. Crypt Lurker. Okay, another Opt. Makeshift Battalion, and Sure Strike. Alright, pack 6. Construct. Mountain. Foil Fur of the Bitten. A second mountain. Okay. Cultivate. Very nice. Falconer Adept. Ah, that's really strong. Botsri's Solidarity. We have a Botsri's Acolyte. Wow. We actually have a really strong white token strategy that we could go here. Turret Ogre. Swift Response. Wall of Runes. Pride Malkin. Okay. Blood Glutton. It's black. Igneous Cur. Lofty Denial. Very nice. And Celestial Enforcer. Okay. Wow. This is actually really tough. Okay. Our black is interesting. But the things that I want to focus on based on what we've seen are either white-green, blue-green, or blue-white. Just based on this. Like, we got some good stuff in black and red, but nothing so good to push me in that direction. Like, in black, we got 2 really great pieces of removal, kind of a sweeper, and something to keep stuff small, and then Malefic Scythe. But we didn't get a whole lot of creatures. Let's see, we've, like, quality creatures. We have Gloom Sower, which is very late Caverick. Arcfiend's Vessel is okay, but we don't have anything to bring it back with. Crypt Lurker and Blood Glutton. Like, that's 4 creatures. It's just not enough in black. So we can likely just exclude black from the beginning in this. in red, we got some interesting stuff, and we got a lot of repeatability with multiple igneous curs, and a full playset of Goblin Arsonists, which is pretty cool. But, like... And we got a Battle Rattle Shaman, which is nice. We got Conspicuous Snoop, but we don't really have any goblins with activated abilities to go along with it. But we got a full playset of Goblin Arsonist, which is kind of hilarious. We got Bolt Hound, which is really strong. We got 3 Igneous Curs. And we got the Magmut, which, I mean, there is an argument for running some of those. But I do think that we have more powerful things that we could be doing in white and in green. So, I'm going to go ahead and clear this. And we might even, just splash the blue, because we do have some fixing for blue that goes along with white and green. So that's something to consider. But, like, Pride Malkin is fantastic. So, what do we want to consider from blue? Lofty Denial's okay. Wall of Runes isn't terrible. We got 2 Opts. We got Read the Tides. We got 2 Rousing Reeds. Waker of Waves is fantastic. We got Teferi's Tutelage, which is very strong. Second Rousing Reed. We got the Keen Glide Master, which is really strong. Teferi's Protege, which is amazing. And then Pursued Whale, which is just so good. So, it's our quality blue. I think we can probably pass on the Lofty, because we don't have a whole lot of flyers to go with it. 2 Rousing Reeds, and the Read the Tides, along with the Teferi's Tutelage and the Ops to help with things. That's kind of exciting, actually. And the Waker of Waves is just so powerful, and so is Pursued Whale. So, we may just splash for those, and the Read the Tides. Maybe even the Rousing Reeds. And then we have these to consider. Alright, let's look at... Wait. Enforcer is fantastic, Swift Response is fantastic, Vassary's Acolyte is one of the best cards in the set. Solidarity goes along with those plans. Falconeer Adept is very strong. 9 lives isn't where we want to be. Another thing that makes counters. Daybreak Charger is very strong. Defiant Strike is a good trick. Fieldmate's trash. Another Charger. Steed is a nice 2-for-1. Veteran is very strong. Don't want that. We got the Lieutenant to go along with everything, and we got 2 9 lives, which is just not what we want. So we can cut those out. Let's see what we have in green. We've got Pride Malkin, which goes in with our +1/+1 plan. Cultivate, which is sneakily strong. Crackdown is pretty solid. Dreadmaul is good. Run Afoul is sideboard guard. Skyscanner is an artifact. Session Training is very good, and we got 2 of those. Jillafall Soar has Death Touch, got a second Run Afoul. Those would be for our sideboard. Garrick, very strong. Session Training number 2, very good. Turn to Nature is a sideboard card. Burlfist Oak actually goes along with our draw stuff from red. Or not red, but blue. And then Fungal Rebirth lets us get back, permanence. So if we're playing into the Bant strategy here, that would let us get back like a Waker of Waves that we put in early, or that we pitched early to get stuff. Something to consider. Sky Scanner, very strong. Short Sword, probably not what we're looking for here. Second Sky Scanner, Maze Mind Tome, all very strong. Tormod's Crypt, very good sideboard card for what we're doing. Alright, let's look at this. Probably not doing Dire Fleet or Experimental Overload. And Radiant Fountain, although very good, not where we're looking to be here, but we do have 2 Bant lands. Show us there. So, let's see, what are our auto includes? Let's start with creatures. Well, our auto includes are the 2 lands, Maze Mind Tome, because there's no reason not to play it. And then the 2 Sky Scanners. So we got our blue, we got our green. Creatures. Okay. So we're going to do our non-creatures up here. Maze Mind Tome, we're absolutely playing. There's no reason not to play it. It's just that good. Fungal Rebirth. 2 trainings. Track down. Cultivate. Let's start on our creatures here. Sky Scanners. Burlfisk. Eric. Ornery. Dreadmaw. Pride Malkin. Protege. Glide Master. Opt. Probably won't play. Rousing Reed. Which is just so good. Reed. Pursued Whale. Tutelage, which is just an amazing card on its own. Waker. Tenant. Veteran. Steed. Charger. Battalion. Falconeer. Solidarity. It's very strong. Acolyte. It's very strong. Swift Response is removal. And Enforcer. So let's count out how many creatures we have. 10, 15, 19 creatures. Seems that we tend to hit right around there normally. Let's see, what do we have? Cards. I could actually see us dropping some of the green. Like, we really want Garruk Unleashed. He's very good. We have 19 creatures already. All right, so we got 3, 9, 14, 15, 16 non-creatures. Okay. If we drop green, how much do we have? 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 12, 14 creatures. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we're right there. We're at 24. We would cut one thing, probably an Opt or a Defiant Strike, if we went that route. Pursued Whale is just so strong. I think we can drop the Colossal Dreadmaw. Yeah, it's a beater, but we've got better ones in green. Or not green, but blue. One moment. Okay. Alright, I think we can actually go down on... Trackdown's so strong, though. We can go down on the Defiant Strike. We can drop one of the Rousing Reeds, I think. Rousing Reed's so good, though. Especially with the tutelage. Cut those. What if we just splash for Fungal Rebirth, Cultivate, and Garrick? What does that look like? This Burlfist Ogre is great, especially with the other draw things that we're trying to do. It's so good. Make that thing huge. And it goes along with so many things. Opt helps us get into our colors. We've got all these things that play off of counters too. This is a hard one. I don't have a ton of time either. It's the worst part. I'll probably drop the Valor Steed. It's really good, but it's also towards like the middling top of our curve. We want to reduce our curve where we can. Opt helps fix us in. Pride Mulkin gives out counters and trample. If we drop blue, where does that put us? Is the real question. We drop blue. Which, I mean, we've got the Pursuit Whale and the Waker Waves, which is so good. We've got so much other stuff. We just drop blue. Which you won't hear me say very often. I love playing blue. What's that put us for creatures? 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That puts us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We need one more playable back. Yeah, we could pick any one of those. Stone Shieldmate even could be playable. Yeah, so this is basically where we end up. Could either go blue-white or green-white. I think green-white's probably the more aggressive strategy here and has a lot of different options. Blue-white's more the control-y build. And you could even swap between the two to a degree, but I think trying to shove both in it's just too much to go with. So let's see, you end up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We've got 10 blue cards. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Probably 10 green cards. You could even do just a straight swap between the two and have something kind of crazy to do in between, games. You could go with one strategy and then switch into the other. I think that's where I would end up here. It's a little bit of an unusual take on it, but it just kind of works because it's a straight swap either way. White being our core, and then we can swap between green or blue depending on how it plays out and how we want to go. So, thank you everyone for joining me on this adventure. And this was a little different than usual, but I think this is a good way to get. So our core ends up being Mazemind Tome, Basri's Solidarity, Swift Response, Tempered Veteran, Daybreak Charger times 2, two Sky Scanners, Makeshift Battalion, Celestial Enforcer, Basri's Lieutenant, Falcon Adept, Basri's Acolyte. And then you can swap between either blue, which would be 2 Ops, Pursued Whale, Waker of Waves, 2 Rousing Reeds, Teferi's Tutelage, Keen Glide Master, Teferi's Protege, Read the Tides, or the green side, which is 2 Cetizen Trainings, Track Down, Fungal Rebirth, Cultivate, Garrick Unleashed, Pride Malkin, Ornery Dilophosaur, Burlfist Oak, and Colossal Dreadmaw. And then both have 1 utility land in Blossoming Sands and Tranquil Cove. So, I think that's a good start for this. Let me know in the comments what you would have gone with, because this was a tough one, but a fun one. I really like ones like this. They make you think a lot, and really challenge deck building. Really challenging deck building, which makes it fun. I do think it's funny that we effectively ended with the same split across the 2 sets. But, yeah. So again, thank you for joining me on this adventure. As always, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think of these pre-release kit series. I really enjoy making them. Sealed is one of my favorite ways to play Magic. So yeah, I would really like to know. But as always, until next time, stay awesome, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks. Bye.